Welcome to Breaking Views. I'm Arjun Bhagat. So, Mrs. Khobragade is back in India after the US State Department finally relented in what is clearly a face-saving compromise for the government of India. Now that this incident is over, we need to look at India's foreign policy. It's no secret that India has a directionless and muddled foreign policy. Let me give you one example. It was only after Khobragade's letter to all IFS officers giving graphic details of how US Marshals had treated her, which galvanized the Babus of South Bloc into action. Suddenly, the nation became aware of the shocking unilateral privileges given by successive Indian governments at the behest of the Foreign Office in India to the American diplomats. Now, why do we Indians try and ingratiate ourselves and even grovel? Why were these privileges given in the first place? Why should the US ambassador and diplomats be allowed free access to Indian airports without security checks and a host of other freebies? Now, from a larger and more serious perspective, India's foreign policy has been in a tailspin. For instance, our foreign policy with our neighbors, be it Nepal, Sri Lanka, Maldives or Bangladesh, the relationship lies tattered and hazy and strained. Still, no concerted effort has been made to mend ties or to start a serious dialogue with any of our neighbors. Just look at the way China has been treating us on Arunachal or even Ladakh, and more recently its action to build dams on Brahmaputra. This is a disaster in the making for the entire Northeast. But who cares? There is no vision and leadership from the top IFS officers within the Foreign Office. Some are brilliant, but they cannot do much. The PMO under Vajpayee had become the hub for defining India's foreign policy. That legacy was a huge advantage that could have been leveraged by Manmohan Singh and his team. But that opportunity has been callously frittered away. This should not be confused by the numerous successful photo opportunities and excessive foreign jaunts by Manmohan Singh and his officials with the numerous inconsequential announcements. What they've achieved is shrouded in mystery, except, of course, the cost to the taxpayer, which is both shocking and revolting. Even officials of the PMO will candidly tell you that India's foreign policy is on the point of irrelevance. This adds to the miserable saga of another brilliant institution, in this case, the IFS, reaching its lowest point. In fact, a former secretary recently told me that the Indian embassies abroad are little more than glorified tourist agencies at the beck and call of even the likes of MLAs touring abroad. Well, hopefully after the elections, the confusion will end. Well, at least it can't get much worse than it is now. That's my take for you on Breaking Views. Keep watching for lots more.